Alright, welcome to another video of our Satisfactory playthrough. By the way, I'm Krydax, I guess I should mention that. So in this episode we're going to try to get coal power. I think that's one of the main things we want to do. But at the end of the last episode, we... I want to rebuild this. At the end of the last episode we built... what's it called? A setup for rotors up here, and so we need to get the iron flowing to all of this, and it looks like we need 90 iron per minute, if that's correct. I guess we can check real quick. So we need, what do we need? So we're doing 8 rotors per minute, I believe. Yeah, 2 assemblers worth. And each rotor is... Well, I guess I can just go by this. So 40 iron rods is 40 iron. And 100 screws is 25 iron. So 65. Is that right? No, 200 screws per minute. So 40 and... 200 divided by 4 is 50. So it's exactly 90. That's right. And so we need to go make some miners. Down at our little equipment workbench here. We'll make 3. Okay. And then... So 40 iron rods is 40 iron, and what am I going to do? Is so iron. I need to go make 65. Those 3 miners and bring them back. No, 200 screws on 40 belts. And so we're going to need a lot of reinforced plates. 50. So it's exactly. We'll probably need some extra concrete. Right. And so we need to go make some miners. At our little equipment workbench here. Let's see. Sorry. I'm trying to mess with the stream settings while I play. That's not working very well. Okay, so let's make sure we've got 2 stacks of wire. 3 stacks of rods, because we need rods to make these stackable conveyor poles. 3 stacks of plates, because same story. And I think I actually want to change... I more often need the stackable poles than the regular conveyor poles. And I can even, yeah, switch to regular. So I'll just leave that the way it is. I don't need number 7 to be that. So yeah, there's enough for 300 of those. Some extra foundations if we need them. And then lots of Mark II belts. We'll grab even more of that. I don't think I'll need screws, but just in case. And we've got plenty of quick wire for our power lines. Don't need 4 iron ingots. Plenty of regular wire for building anything. Oh yeah, and cables for power lines. Okay, so then we're going to want to bring in the iron from over here. It's in this direction somewhere. There it is. Not too far. And we'll have to kill the guardian. Not too difficult. We'll grab the iron ore. Okay. Build our miners. So then these are all going to give 60 per minute without any overclocking. Means 2 of them we will merge together. And then one of them we'll just have regular. And I will use Mark II belts for both, because it's possible that I'll want to overclock this at some point to get a little bit more iron. So this way the belts can handle 240 per minute. So what I want to do is probably just go this direction, put some stackable poles, and who knows if I'll use trucks. I think trucks can fit under a 2-high list. So, well, this one connect up to there. This one connects up to there. And then we'll just have a power pole here. The other thing I don't know is if Mark II power poles have a longer range. So let's kind of test that out. So right here is the limit between wire is too long and not. So if I go to a place where it's definitely too long and I build a power pole Mark II, can I still connect them? I cannot. Okay, so they have the same range. That's good to know. So we'll attach this to kind of go right alongside the belts. Now this is what I don't love, is there's really no way to build this using stackable conveyor poles. So you have to see how far it can go, then unbuild or unselect the conveyor belt, and then reselect it. I really wish there was a way to build it using stackable conveyor poles. I don't think, unless they've added a setting, user interface, I don't think there's anything for default to stackable conveyor poles, which there really should be. Because you can change that. You can change which belt you're building. You can right-click, which does nothing. Sample building, middle mouse button. I don't actually know what that does. Oh, that's just talking about like the pipette tool. You can click on something to build it with the middle mouse button. So yeah, I don't really think there's a way we can do that. So we'll just have to keep going with the old-fashioned way. We see how far it can go, build our stackables, and connect it up. And we'll wait for power because it'll go farther. Alright. Continuing on. Power will connect up. Even simple blueprints would be really nice. Don't know if they're going to add blueprints to this game. I think people have asked about 10 million times and their answers have been kind of varying. So I'll probably go underneath the base, since that's a really easy place to run all of the cables. tree down. Because I'm not a fan of clipping. And we'll keep going here. We're getting close. So we're going to go underneath this direction. Okay, just go straight this way to here. Looks like we grabbed about the right amount of reinforced plates. It's a lot of iron we're using up. Okay, and then we'll go to here. Is that too high? Will that be clipping? I think it will be. I don't love that. So we will put one of the regulars. Ugh, need some ramps on this side. Okay, so that will be iron, and we will have... I really need ladders. I'm just gonna buy them. I think I have enough. Awesome. Coupons or whatever. How many do I have? They're in the box. Yeah, I have 2. Factory ladder is 4. Okay, so I need 2 more. I'm gonna feed it 8 of these circuit boards I've randomly found. That should be lots. Oh, maybe not quite. Not quite enough. Okay, what else can I feed you? I'll give you some quick wire. And some reinforced plates. Let the reinforced plates go first. Oh, weird. It's still prioritizing quick wire. Even if I let the plates start going. I wonder how it decides which one. Maybe it's whichever item has more. But that'll take a second. Because I want to put ladders in various places. I think it would make a lot of sense to have ladders. This can be a ramp. There. Or should it? Let's see. What about the 2-meter ramp? Like that. Yeah. Okay. Do we have our second golden ticket yet? Almost. The drawback to using cheaper items is they take longer to give you your coupons. Alright, 2 coupons. So we'll grab those. Then we can buy factory ladders. Wonder where they show up. Walls, foundations, organization. There it is, ladders. Okay. So we can just throw a ladder on the side of this. Oh, and you can even stretch it up. That's nice. Cool. Okay. I should probably also just make jump pads. I think I was planning on doing that a little bit ago. Now we want the iron to come over. And then up. And we only need 90 right here. So that will go to there. We'll have to go a little bit farther, so there's room for the second one. And there we go. Now we just have to power those up. Can't quite reach to that power line. Oh, cool. You can have power lines go to the sides of buildings now by default. Kind of want to build one on top of this rock. That looks cool. And then I can just connect here. And it looks like there was a little bump in power usage, so hopefully that's the miners turning on. And then we're going to unlock jump pads. Because I want to put a jump pad
Milestone
right here.
reached. Several buildings aimed at factory traversal can now be accessed in the build menu. Caution is recommended during use of these products.
Okay, so we want to jump just up. I think that will do it. And power this bad boy up. How much power do these take? 5 megawatts. Interesting. Ooh. I wonder if you can power it down at all. Doesn't... I wish you could reduce the power, because that's a little bit farther than we want to go. But it'll get us up here. I'll take it. Alright, so now we're waiting to see if the iron's coming in. Let's do a little trip to find out. Yep, there it is. Oh look, I found some sulfur. So it looks like the top one is the 120 and the bottom one is the 60. So I'm gonna have to shift around the way I set it up. So you can see when you do a slide jump on the faster belts, it gives you a lot of extra speed. And that gets even more pronounced once you have the tier 3 belts. Those go really fast. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually just going to deconstruct this, connect this up to there for now. We'll have some extra iron when we need it. And then we'll make sure all of this is running correctly, and then we'll work towards coal power. I'm gonna grab this thing just because it keeps making noise. It's kind of bothersome. There's the visual glitch again with items disappearing. Can't wait to get a jetpack. We also need to automate modular frames. That's a big deal for this next few tiers. But thankfully it's looking like rotors are mostly what we need for the coal power. I don't know what that noise was. It sounded like an explosion. Okay, so here comes the coal. I mean, iron, whatever this is. Two per second. That needs to be a Mark II conveyor belt. Oh, I didn't even hook these up. Jeez. Okay, well, let's fix that. Mark II. 2. Those can all be Mark I. Like these to be Mark II. They can be. Okay, so it looks like we're making rods correctly. Those are being split in half. And then these need to be making screws. Oh, these aren't connected. That's not good. Okay, and they take a little while because they produce so many at a time. They use 5 ingots at one time to make 20 screws. And then with the way this manifold is working, you know, these 3 constructors are going to have to saturate first to get to 100 iron ingots before they start running at full capacity. But it looks like everything's working. All of our ingot makers are at 100%. We've got more than enough iron coming in. Once this one backs up, we'll only be using 3/4 of the actual iron. Oh, I never powered these up. That's important. It's actually clipping. Power's kind of on the right side. So I'll put the power pole here. That's a little better. Still no power. Right, this is not connected to power unless I connect it to power. There we go. So now we've got screws coming in. Up to 120 per second. We need 100 per second, so that should work. And there we go, 8 rotors per minute. Yeah, it's a weird ratio because one rotor is essentially 5 and then like 6.25 iron. 5 plus, yeah, each, so 4 screws is 1, what is it? 1 iron ingot. So 25 screws is 6.25. Yeah, that's correct. So yeah, we are officially making rotors. And it'll start out a little slow because all these buildings need to saturate So like this guy has finally gotten his 100 iron ingots, so now the next one has to saturate, and once he gets 100, then the next one will have to saturate, and then he'll get 100, and eventually everything will be running at 100%, just fine. So, I'm not too worried about that, but yeah, there we go. So we've got some rotors automated. Those will go on this belt, down the lift to one of our storage containers down here. So we'll watch the first one arrive. And there it is. Beautiful. Alright, so what we're going to do now is work towards coal power. So I don't have to keep dealing with... I actually do want those things. I don't have to keep dealing with finding a bunch more biomass. Though I probably will need one more good biomass trip. Let me check on my fuel while we're thinking about it. While the rotors kind of begin working. I like that the plants finally regrow. I think for a while they didn't regrow, and now they do, which is great. Okay, we have a ton of biomass. That's good. So I may not need to go on another trip here. Alright, there we go. Solid 50 minutes. Full power. Production capacity is 330. So we're not even using anywhere close to that. So I won't have to worry about that for a while. We'll just keep half a stack on ourselves for using the chainsaw. And we'll get rid of the leaves and the wood that we have. Grab another stack of quick wire. And go ahead and see what do we need for coal power. So the hub says we need 300 cables, 150 reinforced plates, and 50 rotors. So we definitely will be doing that next. We have the reinforced plates. We have the cables. And we have some rotors, but not 50. So we'll have to wait a minute on that. Trying to think. We should, once you open the menu, you can't close it again. It's kind of weird. Let's just throw some extra stuff into the awesome sink. What do we have that we don't need? Got some extra rods. Got plenty of screws. Upper sheets, I guess, we're not using for anything else. So we'll throw some of those in. Just to give ourselves some more awesome points. And then I can also research... I mean, is there any point to these two, or do they all unlock the same thing, which is nutritional mixture? I think they do. Deuterium. We can't do this until we have plastic. Can't do that until we have steel. Oh, rebar gun, I guess is something we could do. So we'll need 500 screws. And then that requires mycelia, which is something you have to get with the chainsaw from mushroom-looking things. We already did that. Okay. And we also have some more hard drives that I can throw in there. But why don't I grab the rotors that we have, and I'll grab a bunch of screws. And I will handcraft some rotors here. Because we need 50 for coal power and then 50 for the rebar gun. And that's just in the near future. So I'll just handcraft all 28 of them. Because we still only get 8 per minute, even once our production's at full, which it probably should be close to maxed out. But 8 per minute is not a ton when you're waiting for them. Once we do something else for an hour, we'll have plenty, but for now it's not quite enough. Seven more. And there we go. Grab all these. And we'll start the research on the rebar gun. Oh, we do need 500 screws for that too. And then I need 37. So we'll grab another stack of screws, handcraft a few more rotors, and then we'll have our coal power. Again, I'll just make the whole stack because I'll probably need some rotors for the buildings I build. We'll have to calculate how many. Okay. Coal power, here we come. Bam.
Milestone reached. Coal is an improved alternative power source to biomass and can be fully automated if provided water with the new pipeline buildings and power throughout the initial setup. Coal has been added to the resource scanner. Note: ensure the close proximity of water to the coal production line. Note: pumps will aid in vertical transport of fluids through pipes. Note: throughput and volume indicators are added to each pipe section automatically.
Okay, so the next thing I want before I even go into this is I'm just going to get improved melee combat, because that's really nice to have the Xeno Basher. Makes it less likely I'll randomly die when I'm out in the world. We need some extra wire. Might need another stack, actually. And what else did I need? I already forgot. Rotors. And something. Grab some screws. Improved melee combat. Oh, right. The pod doesn't return for 6 minutes, so we actually can't do that. Okay, so let's plan out our coal power plant here. So pipeline supports, that's just iron, concrete. Pipelines are just copper sheets. And then pipeline pumps, which we will need a few of somewhere, just require 2 rotors. Coal generators require 10 rotors, a bunch of reinforced plates, and a bunch of wires, and provide 75 megawatts. So right now our power is at 330. So 4 coal plants is going to be equivalent to what we have right now, so we'll probably want like 6. And I can't remember how much coal they use. Which is kind of important, so we know our max. Let's see if I put a couple coal in there, it'll tell me. It might not tell me without the water. Okay, so coal 15 per minute. So 15 per minute is 1/4 per second. So each coal can make 300 megajoules. So if I'm getting 2 coal per second, we'd have a maximum of 600 megawatts. And some of that power needs to go into the water pumps, which I don't even know where water is nearby, so we'll have to figure that out. We still don't have the map. Alright, well, I do want to get these first, but let's start collecting the resources we need. Don't need that assembler anymore either. So we'll add 1, 2, 3, 4. So each one of these used, so that would be 60. We'll use 90 per minute, which leaves 30 coal per minute to make steel with. So we don't have to get more coal right away. So we'll do that, and then we'll need, I think each of these used 45 water. So this would use, how much water? 45 times 6 is 270, I think. And these make 120 each. So 3 of these. I think that should do it. What's going on, Blue Energy? Good to see ya. I think the delay should be lower today. I reduced that setting. Okay, so we need 150 reinforced plates. And we need a bunch for belts. We will need a lot more rotors, which we still don't have enough of, and copper sheets to make pipes. So we'll take 4 stacks of those. And I'll probably want to build a bunch of foundations to put the power plants on, so we'll grab an extra stack of concrete. Okay, so I'll do the improved melee combat here in a minute, and then I'll go handcraft a few more rotors, and then we'll have to find some water, and then we can make coal power. Guess I'll fill all my biomass burners one last time. Yeah, Blue Energy, I hope the quality's still as good as it can be. I had the OBS settings wrong where it was using less of my CPU, so I think quality theoretically should be a little bit better than yesterday, but I think one of the main issues is still just my bit rate is not very high because my upload rate with the internet I have is not great, and I don't really know if I can fix that, so it is what it is, but it's a lot easier to live stream than to record and upload, and I just want to play a lot of Satisfactory, so I didn't really want to wait to, you know, have to upload a bunch of videos, so I'm like, why not just live stream? Then I can play all day. Alright, 1 more minute. What am I gonna do for a minute? I guess just jump on top of my factory and Watch things run. See our rotors being made. Wonder if they're at 100% yet. This one's at 95%. And this one is at 47. So that means we are still... either something's broken or the manifold splittings just hasn't backed up yet. Yeah, this only has 85. So eventually, once this one has 100, and once this one has 100, then the last two should get everything they need. And so I have some extra apparently. I had an extra constructor at one point. So we will put these extra ingots in here. Okay. So the drop pod's finally back. Fill her up. Improved melee
Milestone
combat.
reached. R&D inflated your pocket dimension, added an additional hand equipment slot, and have provided an improved Xeno Zapper with increased strength and range.
Alright, so we need 2 frames, and then we need 2 Xeno Bashers, or Xeno Zappers. So I need 2 more modular frames. Okay. And what else? Oh, is it because I have it equipped? It's not able to use it. This one. There we go. So now we will be able to pity the fools that try to attack us. Nice. It's just such a satisfying sound, too. I love it. Okay, so we've got that. We've got everything we need except some more cables now and rotors. So we've got cables. Got plenty of rods. Grab some more plates. Just to have 3 stacks. 3 stacks of rods. We've got 5 stacks of reinforced plates. I'll grab a couple stacks of screws because I'm going to need to handcraft some rotors because we still need 40 more rotors. Then we can go try to get some coal power. Alright. Some fun handcrafting time. Man. Again, I'll say that handcrafting in Factorio is far preferred to handcrafting in Satisfactory, because at least in Factorio you can walk around and still do stuff. Satisfactory, you're just stuck holding a button. And more. Okay. Now I do need 4 more. Do I have 4 here? 7. Perfect. Alright, that'll do it. Clear the list, and now we can see if we can go find our coal. This way. Problem is water. I also need water, so let's keep an eye out for that too. Looks like there's more limestone right there, if we need it. Okay, so it's literally right there, so it's very close, but I don't know where water is, so we're gonna need to find some water. Let's see. Yeah, that was easy. Some more iron over here. But I don't need iron, I need water. Nice. This thing does double the damage of the zapper. And it has some more range, so that's nice. Doesn't look like there's water over here. Seeing more iron, plenty of slugs. Some copper. We'll go inland a little bit more. There's gotta be a pond or something. Huh. I don't see any water. And you can't scan for water, can you? Yes, die animals die. I would agree with that sentiment. Okay, maybe there's water somewhere. To the north. Because that's the thing with coal power is you have to provide all the coal plants with water, so... And it's kind of... You know, it's kind of weird that you can't scan for it, actually, now that I'm thinking about it, because... How are you supposed to find water other than just running around like this? Ooh, drop pod. Have I already done this one? I have already done that one. Because there's really no way to find water other than just running around randomly. But here it is. You got it. Although it's not a lot. Let's see how much we can fit. You said we needed 3 of these, I think. So we'll put that one as far over as we can. The second one. And then a third one here. Okay. So there's some water. We need power for all of these. Try not to clip power poles. So we'll put power pole here. Okay, so those are all connected, and now we need to probably make a new, what's this called? Hotbar for pipes. So pipeline, junctions, port, pump. So I'll have a junction here. I think water pumps have an automatic head lift of up to, it's not telling me, but I think it's up to 10 meters. So we can go up to 10 meters without adding a pump. I want to say that's what they changed it to. Could be wrong. And I think they also changed pipes. They used to only hold... Oh no, it's still 300 per minute. So these 3 together will actually give me 300 per minute. 360 per minute, so we'll just have target production rate of 100. And that way they won't take as much power. 100 per minute and 100 per minute. Oh. Okay. Go for a little swim. And that should do it. Those will all go to here. And then this needs to go back towards the coal. So let's remind ourselves of where that is. Interestingly enough, the coal in this direction is actually closer. So I might save the coal over by my base for steel, and we'll just use the coal that's over here, assuming it's enough coal. We'll just use this. I also just realized I need a craft bench because I didn't take any portable miners with me. Sorry, not a craft bench, an equipment workshop. If I'm gonna make some coal miners. Okay, coal is down there maybe? Somewhere in this direction. Grab some more berries. I should probably eat some berries. Be at full health. I'll just carry some berries around. Oh, it looks like it's up here on this cliff. Is that right? Yeah, I think so. Man, makes it so easy. Die, die, die. Okay, so we will make one of the little power pole elevators here, if I can build one. Easiest way to get up here ever. Back in my day, you used to have to build all sorts of ladders and foundations and all sorts of other stuff. Looks like we got some colonizing to do. Colonization complete. Oh, there's two more. Man, this thing really makes that a lot easier. Are there two up here or just one? Looks like just the one. For some reason I thought there were two. And this is a pure node, which is perfect. So we'll build the miner up here. Back towards the water. Can I see it from here? Yeah, it's over there. Okay. So we'll just build our power in that area. Build the conveyor belt out to the edge here where we can build a lift down. Oh, and I should connect the power to the miner while I'm here. And then there, lift down. We'll just have to build. I'll go 2 spaces up. Connect our coal all the way back. We'll come back and do power later. I feel like down here is as good a place as any. We can build some foundations and make this flat. Maybe from about... maybe about here. I want to make sure I have enough space. Coal power plants are pretty big. Okay. See how much space we need. I think 5 might be enough for one on each side, with like a little lane down the middle, but we'll see. Power coal generator. Definitely not. So if we fit it, it's hard to see the edge here, but if we fit it just barely on, that takes up 3 full ones. So then we'll have... I need 4 more on the other side of this. That's 1. 2. Do some chainsawing here. 3 and 4. Coal power plants are indeed big boys. That is a very accurate statement. Let's do some chainsawing. Get rid of this tree. And get rid of this one. Okay. I guess for now I'll just do 6 on one side, and I can always do 6 on the other side later. Alright, beautiful. Then we'll have to figure out, let's see, we will have pipes. Just directly... That's the best way to do this. Because if I run the pipes across... coal's gonna have to get in there somehow. There are various ways I've done this in the past, I just don't remember any of them. So let's say our coal is the one that's close. Like that. So we'll have our coal there. And that will all be hooked up. I'll just use Mark IIs for everything, because eventually we'll probably go faster. Although I could use Mark Is in between the plants and the splitters, because they'll only ever need a maximum of 45. And then I want these junctions maybe out here. Problem is it's hard to build them vertically. So maybe we'll just do this. I think coal will fit under there. Maybe I'll go up one more space just for aesthetics. Pipeline straight out to up. To up. To up. To up. And I should just be able to put... Oh man, you can't put junctions on those? What? I forgot about that. That is so annoying. So since you can't put junctions on the end, the way that I have to do this is actually a bit crazy. I'm remembering now the way that I've done this before. So we do that, and then I'll connect up those horizontal ones. Like so. And then I just have to put the junctions on the horizontal sections. And then connect up the coal power plant. And I just have to eyeball it. So I'll just try to line myself up as best as I can. Straight with the building. And then just eyeball it. And then we connect up. And if the coal ends up clipping with that pipe, I might just end myself. I also don't need that one anymore. Okay, there we go. So now we just need to bring in this coal from the side. And we gotta hook up the power to that coal miner. Which comes from over here. You gotta hook up all these coal power plants. Now we need to hook up this power to the pipelines, connect up the pipelines, and then just connect the power back to the main base, and we should be good to go. Kill this guy. Colonize. Okay, so actually, how much power do we need? We only need 20, so 60. So I can just make 2 biomass burners instead. Forget hooking this up to the main base right now. And then I can make a craft bench. And I can use these alien carapaces that I've just killed to make a lot of biofuel. So we'll just do that. And now our water pumps should spin up. Beautiful. Alright, we've got water flowing. Beautiful. Now we just need to connect this to our main water area. I actually kind of like that vertical look. Alright, we've got water. Coal should be appearing shortly. Awesome. Okay, so once we get coal, which, let's see where it is. There it is. So we've got coal on the way. We'll chainsaw down this tree. Because I do hate clipping. This is actually slower than walking, but it's way cooler. Alright, so it looks like our water is pretty much good. I don't think we're going to have any issues with that. These buildings are all just filling up one by one. Like they're all full, actually. Maybe? Almost. Okay. So 6 power plants when they need 45 per minute is 270. So, and I have a maximum of 300, so we actually have 30 extra water per minute, more than we need. It's kind of annoying that the ratios don't work out to where a full pipe of water gives you a full number of coal power plants. It gives you 6 and then 2/3 of one more. So, and here we go. This coal will arrive. Hopefully it doesn't, no, it doesn't clip. Plenty of space for the aesthetics there. And there we go. Now our coal power plants are running. Now it's going to be a little shaky for a minute while these first few soak up a lot of extra coal, more than they've earned. But, and then do I have what I would really like, actually? Smart splitter. I don't have AI limiters. I'd love to build a smart splitter where it would start putting extra coal in a box storage container, because that way I could take a bunch home with me to start doing like sulfur stuff. But anyway, okay, so we've got all that's hooked up. Now we just need to hook up this power back to our main base, and we should be good to go. I'm not sure, I can probably ditch the biomass burners at this point. I think. that's the thing I forgot. With coal power, it actually uses... Here's what I'm going to do. It uses the maximum no matter what. They changed that in the game. It's not a change that I'm a fan of, but I'm going to turn this one and this one on standby. So they'll fill up a little faster. But, yes, that's correct, Blue Energy. I have not connected cold power to my base. I have connected it to the water pumps, though. So, right now, the coal power and the coal miner and the water, it'll all power itself. And I just need to connect it back to my base when I walk back to the base. But the main problem is that the way it used to go is that these would burn coal slower if all 75 megawatts weren't being used. Now it uses all of the coal all of the time. So these will use 45 coal per minute no matter what your power needs are. Which is, I don't know, I just don't love it. But, so between all these buildings, they'll use 6 times 15, which is 90. And we're getting 120, so these should all, they'll back up sooner or later, but, you know, if you think about it, we're only getting 30 spare coal per minute, and you need 100 coal in each building for it to back up, so it takes 3 minutes for that one to back up, 3 minutes for that one to back up, 3 minutes for that one to back up, 3 minutes. So in 12 minutes, then it will be at full power capacity. So let's just run back to base, hook everything up, and we should be good to go. Nice thing about the space elevator is it gives you a really easy straight line back to your base. And there we go. And we'll see the power amount shoot way up because we've got biomass burners and coal power, which is awesome. I also just realized I maybe didn't set up enough coal power. Well, no, I set up enough for 450 megawatts. That should be plenty for now. But I'll exceed that pretty quick, so I'll need to, fairly soon, I'll need to copy all that. Can't you do some logic stuff with accumulators to make it so you don't turn on all the coal generators at once? Actually, that's a good idea. I probably can with power. I don't know how power switches work, and I also don't know how the accumulators work yet, because power switches were added after I stopped playing last time, and the accumulators, or battery things, those are new to this update, and I don't get them for a while anyway. So it's possible that later in the game I can do that, but definitely not right now. Alright. We've got all sorts of random stuff in our inventory. I'm gonna go get rid of that. First we'll get rid of leaves and wood and biomass. Sometimes it's hard to jump not very far. Okay, we got rid of all that. Now I'll get rid of all my edibles. Get rid of the leaves. And I did not need as much copper sheet as I thought I would, so let's just throw that in the awesome sink. Why not? Get some more tickets. I'm trying to think of what else I'll want. I do want walkways. Those can be really nice. Especially if they fit in between buildings, it can be a lot easier to interact with buildings that way. If you kind of build your walkways up above all your conveyors and splitters and stuff. But yeah, okay, coal power achieved. So, I think I might be done streaming for a little bit. I might stream some more later today, but we've done what we set out to do, and we'll probably work towards steel next, because Logistics Mark III is very nice. Oh, and there's the power storage. So that'll be nice to have some power storage. Hypertubes are fun, so we'll have to get those set up. And yeah, so steel will be the next big thing with foundries and steel ingots. And I'll need to automate modular frames probably before that, so I'll probably try to stream again later today, and we'll try to set up our steel production and some modular frame production using more iron. So I will do that at some point. Once I know what time I'm gonna stream, I'll probably do like this schedule stream. Oh, I can land on these guys. It's like a bouncy house. This is actually really fun. Let's see if we can make him run around. Oh, there he goes. So I'll probably schedule the stream once I know when I'm gonna stream. But yeah, thanks for watching. No worries, Blue Energy. I mean, I'm just doing this for fun, so it's fun to have somebody here, but I'll have fun whether anybody's here or not. So, and for those of you watching on video, thank you for watching. Let me know what you think in the comments, and I will see you all next time. Mm-hmm.